Hey, today at Oneness Lore, we'd like to talk with you about some trends that we are seeing in commercial conveyancing in the state of Queensland. Now, if you are a holder of such property or you're looking to obtain such property, then this vlog may be of interest to you. Now, the first trend that we are seeing is increase in regulatory scrutiny and compliance. And so with this trend, we're seeing an increased amount of disclosure that's required. We're also seeing some added complexity, so we're having to make sure that contract conditions are in alignment with the regulatory framework. And we've also got the anti-money laundering regime legislation that's coming into force on the 1st of July 2026. So that'll also mean we're going to need to obtain more information from clients such as yourself about your identity, about where funds are coming from, and beneficial ownership of property and entities as well. Now, the second trend that we are seeing is an increase in mixed use development happening. So we're looking at things like commercial, retail, residential, mix going on even in just like one block or one area of property. Now that does add some additional complexity in regards to making sure the contract is drafted in a very particular way, the council approvals are very much in alignment with what's required, and there's just a lot more complexity involved in a mixed use commercial property as opposed to just a retail or just an industrial or just a residential block. Now, the third trend that we are seeing is that since COVID, so post-COVID, we're seeing a lot more business owners and business owners of commercial properties actually doing leasebacks and investment sales with their properties. And with that, there's obviously some complexity that needs to be looked at. We need to ensure that everything is drafted in a way that meets the regulatory framework and also meets your needs with that shift and change that you could be engaging in with commercial property. And then the fourth trend is, as we have seen a rise in interest rates, there has also been a bit of a delay for some to be able to get their finance in alignment and approved in a particular time. So there's a delay happening there. Sometimes we're getting the finance approval and getting the right finance approval. So as lawyers, as property lawyers here at Oneness Lore, we're having to ensure that the subject to finance condition is drafted in the way that needs to be, and that there's actually a sufficient amount of time to obtain the finance approval, especially for the buyer. Now, as you know, as we all know, with commercial property, there's a lot more complexity involved as opposed to residential property and residential conveyancing here in Queensland. And that doesn't just apply to Queensland, but I'm talking here in relation to Queensland as this relates to the trends that we mentioned earlier. And so you want to ensure that you have a property solicitor, not just a conveyancer, on your side working with you and through you for you to get to the outcome that you're desiring, and ensuring that the process is smooth as possible, and ensuring that they're not just there to tick boxes, but they're actually getting into the details of the contract and what it means to buy or sell property that is commercial property. Now, so how can we help? Well, we can take you through that process. We can take you through the step-by-steps. We can review the contract. We can make suggestions on conditions that may need to be inserted, may need to be amended, and we'll take you through that from the day you're interested until even after the settlement is complete and we are finalising all the documents for you. So you can hand it on to your accountant or whoever other parties, shall I say, that are interested in your new asset or your gains from a sale. So yes, reach out to us if you are curious. Our email address is info@onennesslore.com.au and our website is www.onennesslore.com.au. Law spelled with LORE, and we'll chat with you soon.